Have you ever loved someone so deeply, only to be told you cannot be with them because of where they come from? If you've ever faced such a situation, then you understand the pain of tribalistic marriage traditions. This story is for you. It's a tale of love, betrayal, and the dangers of forcing hearts to follow customs instead of their own desires.
Between the rivers and forests of Africa, there lived a young man named Abina. He was the only son among 6 daughters, a skilled hunter known for his bravery and wealth. Abina had been in love with Amara, a beautiful and kind-hearted woman from a neighboring tribe, for 9 years. They had planned their future together, dreaming of a life filled with love and happiness. One day, Abina's mother called him into the family hut. "Abina," she said, "we have found a wife for you. A young, fair maiden from our tribe. She is beautiful, pure, and comes from a good family." "No, mother," Abina replied firmly. "I cannot marry her. I already have someone I love and wish to marry." His mother frowned. "You are the only son among 6 daughters. It is our tradition that you marry within our tribe to preserve our lineage. This is not just about you, it's about our family's honor." Despite his protests, Abina's family insisted. They believed that marrying within the tribe was essential, and they had already made arrangements with the girl's family. After much persuasion, Abina agreed to meet the girl. He was determined in his heart not to marry her. But when he saw her, he was mesmerized by her beauty. Her skin was fair, her eyes sparkled like the stars, and her smile was enchanting. He felt an inexplicable attraction to her. Caught between his love for Amara and the pressure from his family, Abina made a choice that would change his life forever. He betrayed Amara and married the girl from his tribe. Abina's new wife, Adais, settled into his home. She was quiet, graceful, and always seemed content. But Abina noticed that she never ate with him. Whenever he brought back game from his hunts, he would ask her to prepare a meal. "Adais, are you not eating?" he would ask. "Oh no," he would reply with a gentle smile. "I'm filled up. I can't eat anymore, and whatever he came from hunting his home will have a smell. A smell of a rotten animal or what he just couldn't place." This continued for weeks. Abina grew concerned. He confided in his friend, Chike, who was also a hunter. "Maybe it's just her nature," Chike suggested. "Perhaps she eats when you're not around." "How about the strange smell?" "What smell?" Chika asked. "My house, it smells Chika. Anytime I return I perceive it." "My brother Chika," continues the forest, "different smell might be playing with your nose. You know you perceive different smell of dead animals. That's why it seems your home is smelling." But Abina couldn't shake off his worry. One day, while hunting, Chike saw Adais walking deep into the forest. Curious, he followed. She reached a secluded area, filled with big trees. She brought out a rope from her waist, tied one end to a tree, and the other to another tree across. Then she passed under the rope. Right before his eyes, her beautiful face twisted. Her eyes became sunken, her mouth stretched with long brown teeth, and her hair grew longer like black straw. Her body hunched into a beast, part woman, part hyena. She galloped to a nearby burial ground, sniffed out a freshly buried corpse, and began to eat its skin rotten fresh. Chike was horrified. He vomited and ran back to the village. His eyes had seen what his mouth cannot say, but say it must. He told Abina what he had seen. "Your wife is not who you think she is. I saw her. I swear on my father's grave. I followed her. She eats corpses, my brother. She is not human." "Are you sure?" Abina asked, disbelief in his eyes. "I saw it with my own eyes," Chike insisted. "That is why your house smells." Abina, "Ha! What an abomination." Abina shared this with his family, but they dismissed it as empty talk. The family felt Chika was lying. They confronted him, shouted, insulted, "You miserable single man, you want to spoil my brother's marriage. Go and marry Chika," they shouted on his head left and right. Ashamed, Chika stormed off to his home. Adais, overhearing their conversation, became cautious. And so, for a week, she did nothing strange. She smiled, she swept, she even ate small bites during dinner. But Adais was starving. After a week of pretending, Adais grew hungry. One night, unable to endure the hunger, she sneaked out. But one of Abina's sisters, Ugochi, spotted her. "Where is Adais going tonight? I must follow her. Let me go and call the others." And called them she did. They followed, thinking she was going to cheat on theirs brother. But was shocked when Adais started walked deep into the forest, till she got to the tree. She brought out the rope. They saw her tie the rope. They saw her pass under it and become become a beast. Half human, half hyena witnessed her horrific transformation and her gruesome feast at the burial ground. One of them screamed, "Jesus, what have we done?" Adese turned, saw them. Ugochi gasped, "Jesus, what have we done?" The beast galloped back, blood still dripping, and spoke with a voice that shook leaves off the trees. "You followed me?" They stood, trembling. She told them her truth. "I am not from your land. I am from Ala Njaba, the kingdom of the hidden flesh. I was on my way to join my clan for the great feeding when your mother stopped me at the stream. She asked if I was from your tribe. I said yes. I lied. I needed a cover. She brought me here. But now, Obianuju raised her monstrous arms. You know too much." They ran. But the forest does not favor the prey. She hunted. She caught. She devoured. Each sister. The mother. Bones buried under the same tree where she tied her rope. "Have you seen my family?" he asked Adese. "Ha no," she replied. "I have not been feeling well. I have been indoors since 2 days now." "That you have gone hunting." In confusion and fear, he ran to Chika. "Please, forget our quarrel. Something is wrong. My family is missing. My mother and sisters are missing," he said. "Please help me find them." Chike looked at him solemnly. "Are you sure they're not in your wife's belly?" Abina was taken aback. "What are you saying?" "Follow her," Chike advised. "Pretend to go hunting and see for yourself." Abina did as suggested. He followed her, saw her tie the rope on the tree, pass under it, and turn to a beast, then saw her feasting on dead humans, not just any corpse but that of his family. Only with a man's strength, hands on his mouth to stop the whimpers that was slipping from his throat, did he keep quiet from screaming out. He heard her laughing as she feasted. They thought they were clever, she said to herself. He staggered back to the village. That night he cried bitterly in his family hut, and regretted ever following his mother's desires to marry from the same tribe. The next morning, he went to the village square with a drum. He beats the drums while in the tears. The villagers came out to see who was causing such disturbance. And so did Adese. She came, smiling, dressed in white. She stepped out, smiling sweetly. "My husband, why are you crying?" "I am not your husband," Obina spat. "You human corpse eater." The villagers were shocked. "Flesh eater," they whispered. Adese's face changed. She knew she had been cut. "I am not one of you. I am from the cursed river clan, Ala and Jaba. We feed on the dead. I was on my way to my kind when your mother found me. She asked where I was from, and I said I was of your tribe. She believed me. Why did you marry our son?" One woman asked fearfully. "I was never meant to stay. I grew fond of the warmth of your fires." "You must go," the woman said. "I cannot, and I will not leave alone. They chose me. There was another woman, but I was chosen. I must stay, or he must die." She screamed, and the ground shook. Her skin tore, her teeth grew. Chaos broke out, but Chika, hiding behind the crowds, had drawn a blade dipped in grave ash and bitter cola, a weapon spoken of in old tales. That it can kill any kinds of beasts. Adese leapt toward her husband Obina. Chika drove the blade into her heart. She howled, then crumbled to ash. Obina fell to his knees. His mother, his sisters, gone. Obina was left alone, filled with regret. He sought out Amara, hoping to rekindle their love, but she had moved on and was engaged to another. He realized the cost of not following his heart and the dangers of forcing traditions upon love.
This tale teaches us the perils of tribalistic marriage traditions. Love should not be confined by tribal lines. When we force individuals to marry within their tribe, we risk destroying true love and inviting unforeseen consequences. Let love guide our choices, not outdated customs.
But your son fell for me, and I grew fond of the